Hello. My apologies for the large delay. Ugh. All right. What's up, Swackle? Pablo? Like Connor? Eating and casting, Thomas? Don't know about that. I don't think I could do that to my audience. Or myself. Right, what are we doing? Suppose we can watch my replays first. Get them out of the way and then maybe move on to somebody else's series. I'm not sure who exactly, but we'll figure it out. So let's go to my one anyway first, seeing as seems to make sense to me. We can explain all our excuses. Right, so playoffs. Matchups were Tagada versus Blackheart, Paralon versus Esperanto, Nexus versus Petric, and myself versus Turbo. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Yeah, okay. This is good. It's good that we're casting and not playing with these misclicks. Right. So, first map, Finn's Revenge. I did not have a build prepared for this map. Yeah, I didn't have a build prepared on this map. So I was like, oh, I really realized how poorly I set myself up for this series. Once it was about to start, I was like, okay, I guess I pick Finn's Revenge, but I don't have a build for that. But then I was like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. It's Finn's Revenge. I played the map. It's simple enough. I kind of know what's happening here anyway. How hard could it be? Yada yada. But really, we weren't warmed up for this series. And we weren't prepared mentally for this series versus Turbo. This is a winnable series. This is a good matchup that I got in the quarterfinal. But I was just not in the zone. I quickly found out I was not playing too great here. So let's see what happens. We have the opening. I go for a couple of Celines. I think we win this little duel. I got some notification there, sorry. I mean, this build isn't that bad. This engineer should be building an air factory probably. Yeah, it's pretty bad, I guess. Turbo's is worse actually, I think. Maybe not actually. Well, you know, they're not great. But yeah, we went for a fair few Celines. Trying to get around, kill some engineers or something. We haven't got any engineer kills yet. And bomber for Turbo. We go for third air and make an inti. So we're okay. We didn't prepare PBO, but it turned out okay. We made too many Celines here. I mean, you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Celines. that's way too much. Should have more tanks, less Selines. We should be able to find this engineer kill though. And here we can activate our 2 idle Selines to add their own DPS, which is nice. And the tank, yeah, manages to get the Celine kill. This engineer should go down. Yeah, almost with the last shot. Bomber from Turbo didn't do very much at all. We managed to dodge around the place and kill the bomber, but we do lose air. And we're constructing our own bomber, so this is going to be quite bad. We also wasted a tank into the ACU. So overall, we actually walked past multiple mechs here. I don't know why I did that. This is the kind of thing where it's like you just realize that you are a moron during the game, and it's not a fun realization. So Turbo abandons this side. It starts walking over towards my commander. We waste some tanks for no reason whatsoever. Once again, just moves that are totally impossible to understand or reason through. Turbo just bombed his own mechs there, I think. He also killed our Celine though. And he has air control. Or at least he did. We actually are forced into making a static A, which you never want to be forced into. But it's not so bad. Now we've done a little bit of damage. We're getting some nice raids here. This is going to get raided. We do have less tanks here. Our ICU is questionably positioned, I guess. And Turbo's heading towards us. I don't really know if he should do this, but we will see what happens soon. With regards to that, if we look at how many units he has, what's that? 24 tanks and 7 Zooies. A lot of Zooies to... Yeah, he basically has extra Zooies. We have the same number of tanks though, but my tanks, you can see, we have some tanks here, some here, here, some on the base, some here. Whereas his are like in basically 2 groups. This large army here is a big problem. That's a crazy power stall, by the way, or mass stall, by the way. And I think our ACU micro is a major issue. I'm pretty sure when I watch this, I'm going to find that I take a ton of damage versus the Zooies. Let's see. Esperanto says I'm not killing units. It's true, but he's not really killing units either. He's got a couple units. Unit kills. Not much more than me. We're quite even in that regard. Do I get this engineer? Damn, that would be a good one to kill. You see, I did really nice raiding over here. We took some damage on the backside as well. And I don't know. This is basically very, very bad use of my commander. So I should be in the water like a while ago. Now I'm going to take an extra couple thousand damage, probably for no reason. And the Zooies, yeah, wow, more than a couple thousand damage I think there. We're down to 4.5k, which is so bad. We should basically, at this point, I think what I should do, right? I've already messed up with losing that much HP on the ACU. At this point, I just walk into the ocean, right? And I either go this way or I go this way. I think that's what I have to do, basically. Because this ACU can't come out here next to these units in the commander. Is the game even or not? I mean, it's pretty even, but Turbo probably has... Well, Turbo does have the advantage, I'd say. But at this point, I should just go into deep into the water and move somewhere else. Give myself time to like regen and also get away from his commander and most of his units and start just walk over here, attack this maybe, or walk down here. But instead, I walk out of the water again. which is a bad move. Bomber's doing a lot of damage to my units, and I'm still outside the water on 3k HP. Just suicidal moves, really. And we're certainly behind on units. Our units get trapped in such a terrible position here. This is probably one of the worst moves in the game. Is this unit movement. And we walk out of the water again. So will we survive it this time? What do you think? Now watch what Turbo does here. Brutal. So I didn't actually think I was going to die there. And when I saw the replay, I realized why I died. That split attack ground fire was pretty nasty. So yeah, that was the first game. Terrible start on this map, or in the series. Very disappointing to lose the first game like that. Didn't set us up well for the rest of the series. So first map down. Tough loss, not a good start to the day. And when you have a bad start, it can be difficult to overcome. Night Banana, what's up? Yeah, if you want, just ask. Alright, let's watch map 2. This will be more fun. So at this point I was thinking, right, I chose Finn's Revenge. Turbo chose the ditch. I don't know why he chose the ditch. Clearly, he has no respect for my ditch skills. But I was happy enough. So what I was thinking was basically, this is what I should have picked. Maybe a larger map, which would sort of let me warm up during the game. Might be a better situation, or I just need to play like multiple games before the tournament starts, because that first game I was just not ready to play a tournament, basically. So anyway, we're in the ditch. We're like, okay, this is a good map for me. We got a bit of a lifeline that he chose it. So let's get back into the series. And let's, you know, let him know that we are good on the ditch. So yeah, first engineer goes to the mass. All the next engineers from this factory just assist the commander and build power. Get another land factory, get an air factory. He goes for 3 land factories before the air. I go for 2. We'll make more factories soon. Transports are out at a similar time, but clearly his build has given him a lot more mass anyway. But he does kind of have almost all that extra mass in storage, so it's not really that big a deal that he has more, because it's not actually been spent. It's just been reclaimed. Like there, you can see he has more in storage. So we actually basically mirror each other with our drops, almost. Right, this is one of the things that Turbo does that is really bad, and I don't know why he does it on this map. He builds mass extractors before he builds a factory here. I would never advise anyone to do that. You really shouldn't. should not be making mexes before land factories. So yeah, we're just spamming factories. Bomber from Turbo. Okay, this bomber is critical and also shows that maybe neither of us are on top form. He bombed the factory, what's that, 3 times before he attacked an engineer there. He actually, I think he may have been able to deny the factory if he had bombed engineers straight away. Okay, we now have multiple transport. We have 3 transports at the moment. So we dropped engineers over here onto the hydro because power is what you need. You can see I have engineers building in all directions. This is one of the things I'm not going to be doing again. Are these lines of PGens. Because they're really... I was just watching the engineers build the lines and they're just not efficient. I'll show you now in a second. Why should you not build mexes before factories? Because this is the ditch. And if you build a factory, then you immediately get the factory to build engineers. And then you get all this reclaim. Look at this, 175 mass reclaim all over the place. There's 12,000 reclaim here. T1 mexes are irrelevant compared to the reclaim. And also you're much safer once the factory is up. You can't just get the engineers bombed. So that's why you build a factory. Build power is what you need for reclaim, not mass extractors. So yeah, we're not going to be doing this again. Watch the engineers building the lines. It's like goes like this. They build 1 PGen. This guy, 2 more start walking. 2 more start walking. So you can see engineers are all the time walking. So I think if we use this grid, it will probably be more efficient. But I haven't tested. But for sure, I'm not going to be building lines like that, basically. Is the main thing. Those diagonal lines. Yeah, so all we're doing is just going for T2. We should have T2 a lot faster than this. But, you know, can always improve. You can see how Turbo builds these PGens closer to each other. There's a lot less walking involved, although there is still some walking. What's up, Kurtza? When should you go Navy on this map? Well, I mean, around now. It's fine. You just have to make sure you don't lose Navy, is the main thing. So you can't wait till 10 minutes to start making Navy, that's for sure. At this level. This is a very ambitious drop. Turbo likes to take this corner very quickly, so we have no chance of taking this, like, right now. Also, these inties were accidentally right on the line of this bomber stream. Turbo's also doing this stream of bombers across the map. I think these factories were also supposed to be doing that, but he hasn't done it with them. So we're a little bit ahead on mass. We're faster to reclaim. Planning a lot of T2 PGens. Probably too many PGens. But better too many than too few. Turbo builds 5 PGens right next to each other. So I could have perhaps abused this with a quick strap bomber. You could probably kill... maybe you could kill 4. I'm not sure how many you could kill with the UEF strat. But, yeah, there's a lot going on. This proxy was a bit of a fail. We should have... I don't know why we didn't build more factories here. Also, we kind of forgot about it. In this corner, we got some quick T2 support factories. And we're gonna try and attack this expansion. Doesn't work out too great. This is a very random drop of artillery. Which is just one of those things you do and you have no idea why you did it. But you just think, why not, I guess. He has a lot of storages. Actually, this is how Turbo gets away with only having 5 T2 PGens. is he spends almost 4,000 mass on energy storage. Otherwise, he would stall heavily while making the T3 Pigeon. Like, I don't think the engineers are actually building now, most of them. A lot of them are walking around. But he would stall if he didn't have energy storage, I think. I'm not sure where these mech marines came from. Literally no idea. So now Turbo's way ahead in terms of mass. Why would I do that, bully? I mean, I could, but I don't know. That's just... I don't think that's a great idea on this map. So we kind of lost Navy. Remember I said don't lose Navy? Well, I kind of did. Also, there's a lot of spam coming on the top side. He has 20k more mass. T3 airs up. 2 P-gens. We have 1 P-gen, but we also have RAS. That was a bit of a in-the-moment decision to make RAS there. We have way too many T2 Pigeons, by the way. Why this color for this map? That was a bad decision in hindsight. You're right. We are basically exactly the same color as the map. Okay, so on this bottom attack we wasted tons of time. We have actually a lot of pillars. Well, a lot. We have 14 pillars. If we run in immediately, maybe we have a chance, but Turbo now is beginning to spam huge amounts of PDs, so we're missing our window. The pillars are not gonna get past this many PD, of course. Strap Bomber came in for Turbo, killed a couple of mexes, and we also lost air, so not many things going our way. Or maybe nothing going our way at this moment. We didn't even kill the Strap Bomber. Turbo making T3 mexes here, which is, you know, normal. Our eco is suffering greatly. We have 6 T3 mexes. We forgot about this mex right here. It's still T1. Very sad. And this attack is failing. There's now not only lots of PDs, but there's T3 land and bricks. And we have no navy. We haven't won air. So we have essentially nothing going for us at this moment. We don't really have any advantage in any area. Except maybe we have quite a bit of T2 land. Not the most impressive of statements. That's a random Strap Bomber in our base. We made a couple of Continentals and they were killed. But as he was killing them, his ASF got split really badly. And we came in and took advantage of that and killed... Well, that's a terrible order, by the way. Misclick there. But we did manage to kill like all of his air that was there. And that random strat went down. But not before doing enough damage to this mex that some Wagners could kill it. So we lost 2 T3 mexes there, by the way. Which is a bit painful. And Turbo has a nice grid going on. But at least we won air. This is putting some... This is just donating mass, really. We managed to kill some bricks somehow. But now we're running into PDs. And obviously more bricks are here. So this is not doing great. This frigate has 12 kills, by the way. 1,200 mass killed. At least our naval factories are surviving this time, though. Turbo didn't really add any extra factories or head for T2 Navy, which is definitely a mistake from him. And over here, we lost those support factories, but we're gonna kill his army. We have no economy in this area though, just T1 mexes. So we have to get back in the game because we're now 340 mass to 280. So we're over 60,000 mass behind. And we're like 200. We're like 200 mass per second behind, I think. 282 to 500. Okay, so we're 220 mass per tick per second behind. So it looks very bad. It looks real bad. So, but we have an idea. So we remade some continentals. This is an accident, by the way. Don't make this mistake, spamming continentals. So we send the 6 Percys onto here. We literally suicide our ASF to try and distract him from the continental, by the way. Turbo did choose the ditch. So yeah, also these things drain a lot of energy, by the way, so it's quite bad. So yeah, we basically are just flying our ASF around to distract him. If you look on his screen, he doesn't have radar here. So his ASF are heading back now. He sees us again, targets our ASF, just as the Continental pass over some engineers. And yeah, no radar here. So here comes the Continental. Lands 6 Percys, begins shooting engineers, which is great. I'm sure I clicked snipe mode on these guys. I don't know, it says default. Which is obviously a major problem. Okay, time for another 5 Percys on this Continental, heading to that expansion. Strap bomb are actually attacking my Percys, killed this P-Gen. And my Percys are still not killing in power, so it's really a massive fail. Then on this time, the T2 P-Gens in front begin blocking my shots on the T3 P-Gens, which is quite sad. We do manage to kill 3 T3 P-Gens there. And two support facts. This is still just random garbage, T3 versus T2 and T1, and Continental is coming in. Oh yeah, actually, these gunships here killed these 2 T3 mexes and this mex, which I think was upgrading. This mex is almost finished. And we're going to just about land, I think. Oh, we're stalling energy. Yeah, that's really bad. And yeah, we have 5 Percys in his expansion now, which is pretty good. Empty Continentals flying into his base. That's great stuff there. So we got 2 T3 mexes down, and now we start attacking the HQ. Also, this mex is, wow, it actually is gonna die. So it's 1500 mass killed on those. And the HQ, with 1 Percy left, Percy takes it out. And T3 land HQ is down, but he does have a second HQ, so I guess it's not that bad. Redundancy is pretty good. Meanwhile, in our base, we just lost another T3 mex to some Wagners. Good stuff. We still have no economy. A lot of T1 mexes around. 300 per tick to 500. And Turbo's floating insane amounts of mass. He's literally floating 50k mass. I might be. Aaron. What's up, Aaron? I think we might be. Some of it anyway. Okay, more drops. Percy's in the expansion. Gonna kill some T3 mexes, and we win an air fight. So there goes more T3 mexes, and Turbo is so late to T2 Navy that we're actually going to win Navy now with Destroyer, Cruiser, Riptides, epic Riptides running in. And we should be able, we are going to crush the Navy. So now we're just going to spam a lot of cruisers. And we're scouting. And we're gonna do more continental drops. We have so many continentals, it's really crazy. Oh. Okay, this was brutal. I'm making a satellite and it's not shielded. So there we go. We just lost a half-built satellite to two strat bombers, and we're building strats out of all of these factories, by the way. And here come 3 strats attacking, and they do not die fast enough. There's one off map here that's gonna come back as well. Even if this one didn't drop, which it did, it would still kill everything. And although we stopped this from exploding, the bomb still killed 3 support factories. 2 strats were like 90-something% finished there, so that was absolutely brutal. Those strat bombers, half a satellite, strats, 3 support factories, and a PGen died. Oh, and that's why you build SAMs, I guess, and shields. Okay, we're losing the corner. All those bricks finally left the base and killed something useful. But now, I mean, we're still 100k mass behind. The Turbo, I think, has been floating full mass bar forever, and Turbo's going to lose air again, quite horribly. And his T2 naval factory is under attack by Cruiser, and looks like he wants to do his own drops now. Wants to do stealth brick drops. You can see here, but we spot the transports and we just fly over there and kill them all. And sending more continentals filled with Percys. I think that strat bomber just tried to kill a spy plane. Actually, that Continental almost got killed by the ASF, but it didn't. Percys will walk through the whole expansion. More Percys coming in as well. You can just put Percys anywhere you want once you have air control. It's pretty strong. Okay, this expansion is totally dead. We even killed an SMD. All these guys have 5,000 or 6,000 mass killed. It's quite brutal. Ton of bricks coming through the bottom. Percy's reaching the base. We're gonna kill some PGens and things, but guess what Turbo has? As a Cybran player, of course he does. He has teleport and Mazer. And we are standing over here next to a lot of T1 PD, but there's only one shield. And also all the PD is facing the wrong direction as well. And we don't have shield on our ACU. I think I was about to make shield on the ACU, around when the strats came in and bombed the satellite and the factories and stuff. I think that was about when I was going to make the shield on the ACU. Then I got distracted by that. Started rebuilding stuff with the T3 commander. And we don't have shield. And I'm dead. Turbo gets a vet, but he also dies. His base is totally dead to Percy's. And it's a draw. It's a freaking draw. Also, we're losing this whole expansion to bricks. But, yeah, well, I was a bit distracted, let's say. We could kill all of this stuff with air anyway. It's not too big a deal. But, yeah, we drew. And in this tournament, that means that you play again. Same map, same factions. So, let's see the second ditch game. It was a good comeback. I mean, Turbo really messed it up with no T2 Navy, no Omni, floating 50k mass, but it was still a nice comeback. Oh yeah, the colors are the same, sorry. My AC wasn't selected at the start, so we're already behind. You know, all the ASF are basically the same in terms of fighting capability. They're pretty basically identical. Cybern are probably the best because they have stealth. I'd say they're the best to have. Right, so you know, normal opening on the ditch anyway. Right. So, we're not going to play this one the same because last one didn't go well. We had to yeah, we had to mount a major comeback in the last one. So, obviously, you don't want to have to win with a comeback. You want to just crush. So, we'll do something different. And the main thing, yeah, there's a bit of a mass stall there. You might have seen it. This pigeon took forever to build. So we kind of... I'm going to give up on trying to build building a factory over there. I think it's probably useless. Yeah, different strategy. So Turbo is also dropping differently, which is interesting. I don't know why you would drop an engineer here. I don't think it's a good idea, but he is dropping differently. Last game he dropped here and here first. Now he's dropping this way. T3 com drop. No, you can't do T3 com drop on this map. Well, can you? No, I don't think you can. Probably. Right, so we're going across the map straight away with the first transport. Get a second one to expand in this direction. We got a scout and we got a bomber quickly. I do individual LotS vids like I did last time. I think I will cast some. I don't know. I might cast some today and split them up, edit them. We'll see. Yeah, I probably will do that today. So yeah, we drop over here. We only have 4 engineers on here, which is bad. I don't know why I have only 4 engineers on there. We're doing the lines of pigeons again. But remember last game I said Turbo does this thing where he builds pigeons? Or he builds mexes and not factories first? And how it's really bad? Well, we're going to see how to abuse that right now. There goes both the engineers, no factory. Yeah, that's really Really bad. Am I gonna play? I don't know if I'll play. I probably won't. And we have more build power here. I think we landed slightly sooner, so... And we also have a bomber, so we're going to take this expansion for sure. Bit more raiding over here. Just try and keep them occupied. Make some bombers. They're very annoying on this map to deal with. And it's actually mass is our issue. So we have some idle engineers here. So we also have... So we have T2 land coming and T2 air. Because you just do everything on this map as fast as you can. We have a lot of T1 power. We kind of overbuild T1 power and are a bit too late on T2 power when we play this map, basically. So we're going to go straight to T3. We don't need T2 engineers out of this. We can make them out of the air factory. Finally drop the north side. And we have T2 land, so I think we'll see some support factories come up very quickly here. These mech marines, by the way, could have been here a long time ago. This was a huge missed opportunity. I could have had these mech marines in this expansion and denied the drop by him, but we didn't do that. So that was a bit of a fail. That could have been very crushing. Here, I don't understand this, by the way. Turbo makes 4 pigeons this time instead of 5. I don't know why exactly. But maybe it will work better for him. So T3 land is almost finished now. We could have had a few more engineers in this, maybe. We have T3 mechs almost finished. Some support factories on the way. And Turbo's doing what he does, is spamming the corners. He actually got this corner as well this time, probably because we dropped over here immediately rather than down here and here. So he gets both the corners, but we have both of these positions. And we have plans for this position. So we're going to see quite a few T3 support factories here very soon, as we already have T3 land in a pretty quick time, even for this map, I guess. Normally T3 air is the focus, so T3 land comes a little bit later. We are once again losing navy, which is not great, but in terms of mass, we're ahead. 10k mass ahead. We have a bit more income, I think, although it's hard to read with this scoreboard. And while Turbo is making a lot of T1 spam, he is getting a T3 support factory, but we are getting... why are they making strikers? We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 support factories at least. Yes, Kurtz, exactly. Don't lose navy here. Proceed to show multiple games where I lose navy. Although, I mean, in the first one I won navy back, so... yeah. We didn't fully lose navy. Oh yeah, also we made a couple Percys. We're making Percys out of this factory. Made a T2 transport early on, and we dropped 2 Percys across into this expansion. And you can see there's 4 mexes upgrading. Actually, 1 is finished. 3 others are almost finished. Okay, we kill a brick there. The next brick comes over and starts attacking this one. So actually both Percys survive, which is quite unlucky for Turbo. And both Percys get both kills there. And now we take out 67%. Complete T3 mechs. Waste some shots on a factory. Target priority is not being used here. Another Percy gets dropped in. just barely survives. That transport does. Please shoot the mexes. Another brick comes out. Finally, we fixed the priority. Another T3 Mex goes down. This one is 95% complete. (97), 98. And it's dead, so that's 3 T3 Mexes basically dead now. With that drop before 14 minutes. So that was really effective. And over here now we have a lot of T3 build power. I mean, we're stalling mass a lot. But there's more mass to be found. We can fix that. And we already have a couple of Percy's out. We have already 4 on this side. Turbo has just some T2 units and 1 brick and only 1 support factory, so so we should, yeah, I mean, you know, 1 support factory versus 6, assuming I can fix my mass stall. Oof. Assuming I can fix my mass stall. There's tons of mass here that I'm not taking. I think we start realizing where the mass is. We didn't take the plateau either, which is quite bad. And we made a strap bomber. It's just heading towards his base. What's Turbo's radar coverage like? It's not great, once again. And we are hover bombing his mexes, or his P-gens. No, actually, I just realized that this P-gen only died because he reclaimed it. So the UEF strat does 3k damage, I believe, per drop. But the Cybern P-gen has regen. So this one regened and survived the second drop. This one was reclaimed, so it went below 3k and died to the second bomb. Then a second strap bomber comes in, kills the P-gen that survived. We killed some more stuff, drop a bomb here. We did manage to kill this P-gen. And we could have also killed the HQ, but still we did quite a lot of damage. But we are going to lose air for that as well, sadly. So we'll have to win air back. We also have more Percy's to be dropped. Looks like a drop from Turbo here. Still mass stalling, sadly. But despite the mass stall, we have quite a nice army. 7 Percy's, 3 Titans, versus 3 bricks and about 10 T2 units. Navy's totally lost, by the way. I have no naval production at all. And this brick is gonna die to T1 land. Don't know why I have so many strikers here. Okay, we've fixed our mass stall somehow. Probably finished T3 mexes somewhere. And even at this, Turbo is a bit ahead on mass. He has more reclaim. We get another drop in. T3 mex should die. It doesn't have any storages. And both corners will die as well. This one's dead already. This one will die eventually. Turbo spots more Continentals. We're about to load some up. You can see we have quite a few Percy's around here. We're about to load some up, and his ASFs are flying in. This is a bad move by him. He's gonna lose air trying to kill these Percy's and the Continentals. They have a lot of HP. So he should kill this one, I think. Oh, he actually might not. Oh yeah, he does. He does. Where's the SAMs? Well, anyway, on the other side we have I mean, he has no army left now. We've just killed a few bricks he had, and we're gonna walk through this expansion. And he will not manage to kill this, I guess. And he'll lose his ASF. And this is kind of GG. Does drop a couple of bricks here, and they will kill a P-gen. But can't really do anything about his expansion. And we have lots of Percys around, so they won't kill more than one P-gen. Also, this Percy killed a cruiser, by the way. But yeah, he has nothing to stop this army. 16,000 mass and T3 units. Versus nothing. No production or anything. Also no radar, somehow. Bricks go down. Turbo calls GG. Because he can't stop the T3 army. What's up, Tex? Alright, so that was what we had to do to get one win. We lost in 9 minutes to go 1-0 down, and then we had to play 2 ditched games to bring it back to 1-1. Not great. Tournament wise. So let's see. The next game. Okay. So this is my pick. I guess it has to be my pick. If Turbo picked the ditch. Turbo is, I don't know if this is a good pick versus Turbo, but I'm quite good on this map, but in hindsight it's probably a bad choice to go for this versus Turbo. Carrion, thanks for the €5 for winning this. Did he, Nexus? Well, I don't know why he picked it then. I was surprised when he picked it. I think it's like, maybe it's just what, it's like what Tagada did. Tagada picked it against me in the Summer Invitational. Probably just to try and prove something. And in this tournament, Tagada banned it against me. Because he did not win in the Summer Invitational. Alright, so transport with a flare on board. I think the flare was built a bit early, but that's no big deal. We go for... yeah, our build is not very good, but we go for a scout. A couple inties. Then a transport with a tank on board. We built our tank extremely early, way too early. Okay, we find an inti. Did we find the bomber? Did we let the bomber get away? Looks like we did. We killed the inti at least. Oh no, we didn't. We have it locked. And yes. Now we have this important position here. This fails utterly, I believe, for me. Because he already has a factory. We're just way too late, basically. We managed to reclaim all the engineers. Or at least all the engineers that are here. Now we're up against a flare. Aurora comes out. There's no way we can build that PD because we're actually stalling horribly. So this has failed totally. So it's a very bad start. We also have a bomber coming in. At least we killed his bomber. And we have a second transport. And that's an accidental third transport. That's quite bad. So yeah, not a good start here. Not a good start. We decided to fly the bomber past because there's inties here. So we find a different target. We get this engineer, I think. And we just have to make sure we get this island, basically. That's all. And we do manage to do that. We have enough inties and good radar coverage with the air scout to take out his transport and drop our own safely. Get a factory up. We do go and kill some more inties, but there's bombers coming, so we should... I mean, we're getting good trades with the inties at least. But the bombers are getting past. Yeah, maybe those trades aren't that good. But yeah, we got mine straight for an anti-air. But we do end up losing a lot of the almost every engineer we dropped. So that's going to slow down our expansion a lot. And the other bomber actually gets past and continues killing precious engineers. Like these two. This was very sad. A lot of avoidable damage. That was nice micro actually to get that kill there. Another kill. Yeah, that was extremely annoying. So he's gonna have better expansion. And Turbo's obviously just ahead at this point. Not massively, but enough that it's gonna be a tough game. T2 air is finished already. Not that it's super fast, but I'm sure it's faster than me. No, it's, well, similar. Slightly faster, actually. Oh no, I have an engineer out, so it's about the same. We're just making mexes and not doing much. Here's where I think the approach goes wrong. Is just, I should play aggressive, basically. This is what I need. I need to stop playing these kind of maps in a boring way. Need to just be in my opponent's face and make them screw up. I think that would be much more effective than what I tried to do here, to be honest. And it's probably the difference between ladder and tournament games. I think for me to beat the best players, I have to be aggressive. But to win against some 1900 or 2K on ladder, I can chill and make T3 mexes and they'll suicide loads of units into me. Against the best players, that's not feasible. It's just not going to work, really. Okay, this is an air fight that goes on for a long time and it turns into basically a draw. Well, yeah, almost a draw. I guess we lost. The problem is that he's Aeon, so he's just gonna spam Swifties. And the thing about Swifties is you can dump so much resources into them, so many resources into them, so quickly that you can just spam them very hard, and it's very difficult to actually put as much resources into just inties. Like, build time of an intie takes like 12 seconds there to build that. How long does it take to build Swifty? 45 seconds. With a bigger drain on mass, smaller drain on energy. So he's going to build a massive force of Swifties. We also seem to be a bit behind on Navy. What's up, Hank? What's up, Pascal? Yeah, so he's going to spam a lot of Swifties. We're making quite a bit of economy. And we shouldn't be making so much eco. This is a crucial fight here, where we just had our inties in the wrong place. And And the Swifties will crush. So you can see the Swifties basically all survive. They can take 600 damage and not die. Or 700 damage and not die, get some veterancy. And if you start repairing the Swifties, then it gets even more nasty. So we're trying to make some flak. It's a bit late though. If we had rushed flak, then maybe it would have been a better scenario for us. But we're under a lot of pressure now. What's up, Mark? Doesn't look so good. We're making a T3 max. This is our plan to win the game here, is this guy. A questionable strategy. As Turbo's gone T2 Navy already. And T2 Navy with more frigates. Total air control. How do you really defend against that? I don't think you can, to be honest. Don't think you can just defend your way out here. So we lose some mexes we shouldn't have upgraded, most likely. At the front, another loss of air. Some static flak being constructed to try and defend us. And the pressure is a bit too great. Lots of out of position navy as well. And no T2 navy. So this is a case of, you know, losing air too brutally and then over ecoing. Also ecoing in the wrong position. Like this, how is this not defended from gunships, you know? Should be, but it's not. And yeah, once the destroyer shows up, because I actually can't see the T2 naval factory. I can see these two, and then there's T2 navy is right next to it, which I did not see. But yeah, once I see the Exodus arrive, I'm like, it starts killing my T2 pigeons, and basically there's no way back at that point, because I don't have any way to kill this thing, pretty much. It's just gonna vet even off my pigeons. Yeah, look at that, second T3 mech on the way. Second Exodus arriving. So yeah, not a very well played game at all. Bad ideas in that game. I just needed to be ready for him to just go for the Swifty crush, basically. So maybe I should have be rushing T2 land very quickly. Maybe that'd be good. Maybe also just well, I think that would be my first choice actually. Just rushing T2 land a lot faster for flax. And then maybe it's a bit different. Maybe I can just hide my inties and I never actually lose air so brutally. You know, I can just park next to flak at any time. And then we can play out normally. Cruisers? No, I don't think so. Too expensive to get that up and running. And also you can't have multiple support factories. If you get flak, then you can... If you get T2 land, then you can have T2 land in several different places. and really fully defend yourself, and then you can send the flak with the navy if you need, or you know, because you have nice hover flak with Seraphim. That's probably what I should have done. Really, is just, you know, I think that was the correct plan. Unlucky. Yeah, I don't think it was unlucky. I think Turbo just outplayed me there. His plan, I had no answer to his plan. It is best of 5, so we're 2-1 down at this point. No, Mikkel, I don't. Maybe I should though. No, not really, Tengu. Alright, let's build orders. So, it's a build I've never done before. So I decided to do it in a sudden death game, well, or a game that I absolutely had to win against Turbo in the biggest tournament. You know, why not? So this is some approximation of UD's settings build. So we go double factory, land factory, air factory. You get an engineer for some reclaim. 3 labs come out. We're going to make 3 engineers out of this, and then a bomber and a scout. And we have just, you know, 2 factories and a lot of tree reclaim. That's the plan. Meanwhile, Turbo's doing the normal build a factory, build some power, build mexes, you know. Boring stuff. Air factory. Second air from Turbo. And here come the labs. They get spotted. He has 2 labs of his own. I think we kill both of his labs. Yeah, and we don't lose any of ours. He actually could have killed this lab with his scout. And here comes the bomber. He's going second air Inti, which is absolutely depressing. Absolutely depressing. So we get an engineer kill here. I don't know what else we managed to kill. What are we attacking here? Pigeons? We might accidentally kill an engineer like that. And the bomber dies. Gets 1 kill. I was somehow hoping to kill these engineers, but of course the Hydra is well finished by now. And the mech marines are going to shoot at the ground instead of at each other, and then that one just 1v2s. And we have no mech marines in behind now, so we should have mech marines behind, being very annoying, and we don't, so that's a bit disappointing, and we're going to see some really sad stuff right now for the rest of this game, most likely. So counter bomber from Turbo comes and kills this engineer. It's getting into some reclaim. If we look at the base, I mean, I have some pigeons. Not that many, I guess. But probably more than Turbo. Except that we don't have the Hydra yet, so that's the major difference. We have a few factories. What, 3 factories? He has 5 factories. And this bomber has 4 kills already. Now it has 6 kills. 7 kills. 8 kills. Oh, this guy survived for now. Inti gets killed as well. Bomber. Oh, good dodge. We suicide another Inti into this. And the bomber has probably more health than it started with. And the engineer is still alive because he's a god. And we're going to lose another Inti for free. And the engineer goes down. In the meantime, we are stealing a lot of the reclaim on his side. But this bomber here, it should have 8 kills, I think. It's winning the game. Our suiciding of our Intis is losing the game. Like, look at the mass kill on this Inti, for example. 200 mass killed. That's 5 Intis, by the way. Finally, the bomber dies. But we will lose Another Inti fight 2 versus 1. We lost a lot of HP to Lobos there. Like way too much. Holy shit. Yeah, Lobos do a lot of damage. So now Turbo's expansion looks like this. My expansion looks like this. And this is the major difference. Also, we're somehow under 3000 HP, which is just mind-boggling. Hey, we have T2 land and T2 mexes, so I'm trying to do so many things that would require just more skill. I don't even think T2 land and T2 mexes was bad. I just think that really it was the suiciding inties into one by one into his 2 inties was truly the worst decision. Also, we could have sent an anti-air over some way. Either way to defend against the bomber, but we didn't. We did get tons of reclaim though. We got most of the middle reclaim. There is a decent bit left for him, but we did get a lot. More bombers are arriving. He doesn't manage to target this Inti though, or this engineer. Almost hit him with the death, but didn't manage it. He still has air control. Still bombing with impunity. And he has pretty much his whole side now. Just finishing the airbase. And this 3 mechs beach expansion. And you can see we're just way behind. Way behind. Yeah, well, I don't use the transport because he has air control over my base for a lot of the game. He doesn't use transports for unknown reasons. At least I don't think he used a transport because I don't see one. And I definitely didn't kill one, that's for sure. So he just walked everywhere, which shows that you should walk to your expansions in settings. Not that you shouldn't use a transport, but you can't drop everywhere. So you do have to walk around to various expansions, not just expect your transport to do all the work. Yes, a close one, Farms. A very close one. These artillery are so brutal. I'm just AFK. And there goes all my pillars. Not a trace left. Very cool. Very good play from me. And there's not really much to see here. We got nano because we were very low on HP. Now we have gun. And that's an RT drop into my base. And another RT drop actually. So we walk forward into many PDs. He has his own gun and T2 on the commander. And most of our units are already dead. And we're dead as well. I mean, there's not really anything else to do, in my view. I was way behind. So, yes. This is what happens when you're... Well, that was the worst game, for sure. Point of reach wasn't much better, though, either, to be honest. So, quite disappointing that we We lost those last two games like that. They weren't very interesting or close. We didn't play well in either of them, unfortunately. Which is really the worst part. Losing is fine if you play well. Losing and not playing well is the worst part, for sure. But, you know, there you go. We were more concerned with getting out of groups, I guess, this year than getting deep in the tournament, which actually, same story last year. We were more interested in getting out of groups. Yeah, we played them all at once, Kurtza. Why is he making Navy? Well, because you make Navy on settings, because he'll go T2 Navy and make whatever destroyers or cruisers or something and deny most of the mexes on my side, or yeah, tons of mexes on my side with T2 Navy. But you have to make some T1 to make sure I can't get any production going. Okay, now what series should we watch? I feel like we should watch Esperanto. Almost in the final, kind of, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Last year was weird. Okay, where is... No, I'm not gonna watch that. I mean, I saw that live. Also, that would be jumping way too far ahead. Is this the first game? Esperanto and Paralon? No, I'm thinking more, Albrecht, about losing in the quarterfinals and then Esperanto getting disqualified. That's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, I did play well versus Petrig, that's for sure. Right, I think this is the first game in the series between Esperanto and Paralon in the quarterfinals. I don't know, everyone's looking at, you know, the other games. I want to watch these ones. Because this series was... Well, I think it was interesting. Oh my god, Paralon. But he's built this factory in the wrong place already. Usually you build it right there, so you're closest to the reclaim. What's up, RoboGear? Welcome back. Also, this is not really in the right place either. But at least it's a lot closer. Paralon... He is still sending the engineer there. Let's see if he stalls mass. He's going to make a mex. Which actually I noticed Nexus built a mex on this map as well. And he's going to rush the hydrocarbon, get some energy reclaim. Say he doesn't stall. So who am I to judge? Wow, 8 PGen second air. It's a very interesting ditch BO. Can't say I've ever seen anything quite like it. Engineer's also walking because of where the PGens are placed. Yeah, this is not how the ditch is played, my friend. If you look at Esperanto, he's doing something quite different. Which is much closer to the normal ditch build. This is Paralon is playing like it's just a regular 20 by 20 map, basically. With this build order. Esperanto is playing like it's the ditch. Esperanto actually prepared a lot of builds. I feel like he probably prepared a build on every map for this tournament. So Paralon, by the way, is going here. So let's see where Esperanto sends his transport. Transport is scouted. And he's heading in the bottom right. Paralon's heading straight across. We can't see the order, which is very disappointing. He also has no extra factories yet. And he's assisting his air factory. You don't really want to assist your air factory, I think, on this map. Instead, you want to be making power and factories first. You can see he just can't spend his resources. He spotted Esperanto's trans. He's following it over to this side. He's going to drop here. He's overflowing so many resources. He's going to stop the transport from getting back to the base, I guess. Actually, he'll stop him from getting over here. Oh, is Esperanto going to see this? Oh my god. Let's see, let's see. Wow. Esperanto stalling mass. So hardcore right now. Yeah, usually you want to start sending engineers over here quite quickly after the transport leaves, I find. Also, in this scenario, oh my. Okay, now he knows there's some units here. But usually, dropping on the mexes is not great, I'd say. You probably want to drop like next to the hydro or a bit over to the left or down the bottom. You want to be real close to the reclaim in case you actually need to grab some. Paralon. Well, I don't know. He's he's playing the way he knows how, which is attack the expansion. Drop there, and it's gonna be pretty annoying with inties and deny the drops to the top side, which is pretty good if he can do it. And it looks like he can, because Esperanto's built loads of bombers and has no inties. This expansion is Paralon's now. And he's gonna drop. He's dropping up here now. He could drop. He should drop on the enemy side now. Should drop here or both even, because look, he's killing the transports in the base. This is perfect. Like, this transport should go here. This transport should probably, well, yeah, you should probably go here. Maybe have a third transport and drop over here instead of dropping here right now. But yeah, Paralon's doing really well. He's doing really well. Which is ridiculous. Oh, that bomber is actually nasty. Both these bombers are. He needs reclaim from somewhere else. I don't know where he's getting it. He's not getting reclaim here yet. He should be. Oh my god, this factory is denied by bombers. These engineers can also die. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Don't know why there's a transport here, but there is. Take the reclaim. Is he gonna walk over here to expand? Not sure where he's going actually. He has no inti production either. He's making scouts here, he's making bombers here. This is going T2. He's not even making an anti-air to go over here. Okay. Look at the spam as well. Look at all these units. The mass stall is brutal. Finally, some bombers are going to get killed. Oh, can he kill these pigeons? he might be able to. What are the inties doing? What are the bombers attacking? Uh-oh. Here comes the spam into the base. Oh my god. Let's focus on NGs. He has all these Zoos, he can kill so much power. Just kill the power. Oh my god. Esperanto now has air control. T2 air is up for Paralon. He can raid this position with bombers. He can raid this position with bombers. There's no factory here for some reason. I don't know why. The ACU finally decides to walk out and fight some units, which is good. And Esperanto's spamming mech marines. He has a transport. Maybe he should make a ghetto. The bombers are doing all the work he needs, I guess. And the spam didn't do much. In the end, this will not work, surely. From Esperanto. No factory here. No factory here from Esperanto. It's really bizarre. First T2P gen is up. But there's only one queued. Where's the rest of the P-gens? Where's the, you know, eco? Perhaps a factory for this reclaim. This reclaim. T2 land, maybe? Yes, T2 land. There we go. We're at 10 minutes and we're almost at the T2 land stage. Esperanto still has 0 T2 tech. Oh, that just changed with this T2 air factory being completed. The Mech Marine army is going to take on the Thams and Zuis. But really it's the bombers carrying this defensive effort here. Mech Marines are doing okay. Ish. Not bad. Oh, now they get in range of the Zuis. That'll be pretty good. And then they walk into the Thams and they all die instantly. Finally, Paralon has finished this factory. Esperanto has 1 million naval factories versus absolutely 0. So will he go T2 Navy quickly? Hopefully. But I don't know if he will. This expansion has been completely killed by bombers. And yeah, T2 land is up. And there's quite a few support factories coming up. A lot more T1 factories. Not much reclaiming going on though. Corner is dropped now, which is nice. Esperanto has a couple T2 mexes. Finally has a P-gen, a second one on the way. 4 P-gens and T3 air is on the way for Paralon. So that's a huge advantage for Paralon. He's going to get T3 air and a P-gen up quickly. He's making a shield, which is totally unnecessary actually, I think. Although he actually has 0 inties, so maybe it's fine to make a shield when you have 0 inties versus Esperanto's 15 inties. You never want some bombers to come across here and start bombing your P-gens. T3 air, T3 engineer. There's nowhere to put the P-gen. This is a very bad place to put your T3 air factory, adjacency wise. I mean, if he blew up like all of this, then he could fit it there. Or here, I guess he could put it here. But, yeah, he's gonna stall heavily as he makes that. And hopefully he just goes straight for a strap bomber and starts bombing the base. Janus and T2 transports for Esperanto. Also no further T2 P-gens. Spam wars continue, but now there's some Yenzines mixed in. T3 land would be nice instead of T2 land. Because here you can make T2 land HQ, then you upgrade a load of support factories, and then the HQ goes straight to T3. And you start spamming, you know, Autumns and whatever, even snipers. shields, all kinds of stuff. Paralon has so much mass that his engineers... Oh, they are reclaiming, actually. Sometimes. Other times, they're not. Because, yeah, he just has a lot of... why is he stalling power that heavily? That's brutal. Yeah, he needs another PGen immediately. And he sends most of his engineers over there. He's making ASF right now, but he has a strap bomber. And look at this spam. Like, Esperanto, I don't know how he's going to deal with this. Once it scales up a little bit more. Com drop? Janus? T2? Com drop? A T2 com drop. At 15 minutes 40 seconds on the ditch. What the fuck? Yes, all I need to support my T2 ACU is Janus, and I will surely crush. There's all the dead Janus, by the way, on the ground. Okay, builds the PD under shield, swag move, but I don't think it's going to be enough to overcome the small difference in build power. This one T3 engineer alone, almost the same build power as the T2 ACU. So I don't know how you're going to overcome that many T3, T2, and T1 engineers, all building PDs right next to you. Even if you have Janus to kill some of them, and he decides to control K before he is ended by T1 PD. So, not the best idea from Esperanto to T2 com drop the enemy base on the ditch 15 minutes in, but God loves a trier. Now I'm excited to see future games from these two. No, you can't upgrade while you're in a transport. Oops. Bad replay. Let's try that again. Oh. I don't know, Nexus. He chose the wrong games, clearly. Alright, this map, I didn't even... I opened this map, and then I decided... Screw it, I'm not learning a new map for this tournament. Why would I do that? This is dumb. So I banned it in my series. So let's see what these guys do. Esperanto's down 1-0. He's making labs around the sides. See you, Falcon. Thanks, Mr. K. Yes, Storm, exactly. Take notes. Can we see the game? Ah, fuck. Right, so a couple labs around the sides from Esperanto. Second land with only 3 P-gens because he's taking trees in the front. Paralon making 5 P-gens. He's not abusing the trees, so he has to make a normal number of P-gens. Also, he has many unprotected engineers here. Could be very soon under attack by McMarine. This is quite nasty. He doesn't even need the second one, so he's actually hiding it. The first one just killed everything. Now he can hide this one, send it somewhere else, while this one is being chased after. He's actually perched on the cliff. Daka, 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 daka. And the Mantis is leaving. Oh, oh. Oh, no way. For fuck's sake. Did you see that the Mech Marine actually for a second retargeted towards the Mantis, but then the Mantis fucked off. And he's... No way. No way he killed the mechs and then just runs away as the Mantis is coming back. That's fucking hilarious. And another engineer is going to be found here. What dickhead buffed labs, eh? Look, he's kind of hunched over, isn't he? Alright, that should be a decent advantage. You're telling me I'm worse than this. Much worse, I'm afraid. Oh, he's not going to find another one, is he? Oh no, he's leaving. Hello? Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, he nearly gets reclaimed. But instead, he gets a 3rd vet level. Oh no! 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 No way. This is outrageous. Oh. Okay. Well. How to kill everything with 2 labs. Jesus Christ. Like, that's disgusting. The Hydra's still denied. It didn't even get started. It didn't even get started. This Max is killed by a Mech Marine. This engineer, an engineer over here. Oh. Somebody stop this man. So he's got now... Who cares? Whatever he has, it's more than his opponent, that's for sure. Please don't suicide these tanks into PD. Thanks. Okay, rescued them at least. Denying the Hydro, part 4. Now with tanks. Esperanto is walking into enemy base. With basically no... There's nothing to stop him. PD is going up. It's only halfway done though. It may finish. There's no walls queued though. Ireland trying to walk into enemy base. He has literally no support whatsoever, so that's a lot more risky than Esperanto, who has a few units at least. PD does finish right on cue. The walls will go up as the ACU is forced away from the engineers. Takes 2,500 damage for his troubles. PD going up over here. This is quite a lot more dangerous. Raid in this position. I mean, no mexes, no Hydro, no mechs at the back, no reclaim either. These 2 mechs are taken, these 2 are not. For Esperanto is just way ahead. And all he can really do is lose his commander. That's about it. He has a couple Lobos. So he can take out the PD and then take out the base. A few units getting sniped by Esperanto, or Paralon. He's brought 1 Medusa. Oh, don't lose your commander. Stop taking free damage. Also, he needs more power. Should probably start replacing power that may die here. These P-gens, for example. Okay, PD is down. And there's not enough units here. All these units were sent across to kill 2 tanks on this side. This Mantis could have been raiding. But yeah, Esperanto just has the whole map. Paralon is actually really low. I think he took tons of Lobo damage. I assume he did anyway. I don't see how else he loses more than half his HP. Surely not to tanks anyway. And I don't know if he walked into range of PD. Maybe he did, actually. Esperanto's just walking through the base, and the game is done. He can't protect his base anymore. And the Lobos are killing this commander as he walks away in a straight line. You're right, he did get the Hydra up, and therefore he at least saves his mentality. Yes, I am capable of building the hydrocarbon. He pushed that boulder up the hill in the end. GG, I agree, Farms. But now we get to the main event. This is the main event. De Rosa. Esperanto versus Paralon. You all saw the ditch. Now let's see. One Mech Marine won the game? Well, there were 2 Mech Marines. And they both contributed significantly. It gets worse. It only gets better. We are on an upward trajectory. I kind of want to get a beer for this one. I think I will. I'll be quick though, so I'll leave you with this. And on -1, so I don't miss too much. ERB. Okay. We didn't miss much. Brand. This is Carlsberg. I don't really care what I drink, to be honest. It's just what was bought for me in the shop. Who lives in a palace? Mr. K rolling quickly. Okay. That's one thing I would not feel comfortable doing on stream. Right. So, looks like Paralon has more of an idea of how to play this map than he does the ditch in terms of just... Now, of course, he won the ditch, I know. But the build order. He goes for 2 early land factories. Esperanto's doing basically what he does in the ditch, I guess, with the 3 land factories and air factory. Part Afghan smoking is part of the DNA. Well, I hope you're not smoking. What, well, let's move on. Not the opium anyway, right? Afghanistan is quite an interesting, well, very interesting history. So let's see, they're looking pretty even. They have similar amounts of power, similar amounts of mass. Although now Esperanto is actually pulling ahead, probably because he had the extra factory earlier on. He's just able to get more engineers out and he can scale faster. So they both drop the same side. Amber leaf, I see. Two factories up for both of them at basically the same time. Parallel needs to cube more factories. He did this in the ditch, I think, as well, where he just keeps up two factories and then goes off and does something else. Esperanto, his engineers are very easily bombed, but the advantage is that he can place all these factories and build them all without moving. You can see he also drops. He doesn't drop right in the corner, because if you drop in the corner, then you have to build on top of reclaim. Get rid of the reclaim as you're building the factories. He drops here so he can build all the factories and not have to get things out of his way. The hunters are a pretty nice choice to go after the engineers, but he's only managed to kill 2 so far, which is a bit sad. And the bomber doesn't drop because the engineers just start moving at the wrong moment, because they have to kill, or they have to reclaim the hunter, which is blocking the factory, which before that was clear to be built on. And now the bomber does manage to drop, gets 3 kills and kills the factory. And the other 2 engineers are probably going to go down. Where'd the bomber go? Off map? Yes. It's back. What's up, Josh? Not by lifting, I will say that. My lifting is weak. T2 land, some economy for Esperanto. He's overflowing power right now. Paralon drops the bottom, and Esperanto's going to try drop directly on top here of these engineers. There's a mantis here, ready to kill some engineers, but not before they get up multiple factories. And he aborts the plan to drop directly on top of his opponent, and instead just drops here to get some factories up. Send all the mantis from the base in to kill the engineers, and I think Esperanto's going to do well here. Question is, will he do as well up here? He needs to, if he gets his units together, he can get a good fight, but he's going to need more production. He's going to need more engineers, first off, because Paralon still has engineers to add more factories. Esperanto doesn't. Never carried a game. Well, I've carried a few. But mainly it's 1 versus 1. So there's no carrying except myself. T3 land perhaps soon-ish. It's only 7 minutes, so... Ooh! Oh, 200 mass stall. Starlifter, Courier, or Continental. I assume those are in order of tech. Then I would be a Starlifter, I'd say. At best. What's this transport doing? So it looks pretty good for Esperanto right now. He's got more mass. I mean, this mass stall is disgusting though. Okay, he's overcoming that. So yeah, there's all this reclaim on the sides that you need to go for. Now he's taking reclaim on the corners, which is good. He should build more factories here, I think. For sure. I don't know why. Oh, goodbye. That's a pretty effective bomber there. Yeah, more factories, more support factories right now. Once he went T2, you should... Don't waste any time on these maps where you have thousands and thousands in reclaim. Don't waste any time. As soon as your HQ is done, queue up several support factories and get producing higher tech units. That's going to be a very simple way to just get an advantage over your opponent. It'd just be quicker to get the support factories under construction. Right, let's speed this up a little bit. Still a bit of a stalemate in the top right, but I think Paralon's going to take this. That's interesting. Khorasan. T2 air is up. You can see Paralon's P-gens are a lot slower. Also, he has no upgraded mexes right now. I think he doesn't want to upgrade mexes because he just wants to make sure he gets the corner, probably. You can see Esperanto's taking a lot of reclaim already, though. Adding more factories right now is just wasting mass, throwing it away. Because, as you can see, he's not coming back from this. This expansion is doomed. Still no T2 land. Oh, maybe it just finished, actually. Hives. I was thinking that sounded familiar, Mr. K. A little bit. Sport factory. Oh, how did the spam get through? It must have ran straight through here. That's a good place for PD. And I hear loyalists, so T3 land is up for Esperanto. Also, T3 mechs. 2 T3 mexes. Suppose it. Yeah, the loyalists are going to do great. Versus Tech 1, obviously. But Paralon is doing pretty well in terms of map control. You can see him sort of branching out, taking middle, taking certain positions. There is reclaim around the map to be taken. Not much in the middle of the map, but you know, in this area, a lot of it's been taken. You can see Esperanto has a lot that he should be grabbing. T3 Sport Factory going up quickly. You mean Coruscant? Sounds very similar to Khorasan. Spelled very differently, but that's a bit of a waste of a loyalist. See, at this point, yeah, once you have like this many loyalists and you get them all together, then you can start really destroying all this Tech 1. If you send them in one by one, they're gonna take too much damage as they're killing. Oof. Yeah, so loyalists are doing well, but now there's also loyalists from Paralon. Still, he's so far behind in terms of economy. This is the real difference between the players at the moment. 3 T3 mexes. Bit too slow making storages here, but still 4th T3 mex now. Another one here. Like this is huge from huge amount of eco from Esperanto. This is quite an impressive amount of eco. What's up, Curtis? Snack bar. The eco god, indeed. You taking notes, Nexus? Look at this, like 5 T3 mexes. And yeah, this is brutal. Oh, this is a terrible fight though. Oh no! Stop! Jesus. Well, it's one thing being an eco god, but then if you just throw away all your units into the maw, then it's yeah, it becomes a bit less effective. More Loyas dying to T1 units here. Well, a Loya. I like the static anti-air though. I would really like to see more bricks. Like the Loyas are good, but I really think you need to go for bricks soon after the Loyalists. And then, like, if you're in a fight versus brick versus brick, a few Loyas stunning at the right time is going to make a big difference, but just going full Loyalist, I don't think is a good idea. T3 mechs now from Paralon, much later than Esperanto's. T3 P-Gen up. Yeah, that's one thing about Esperanto's eco is T3 P-Gen is probably a bit later than it should have been, considering the rest of his economy, but still in a good position. Although this P-Gen might be a bit painful to complete. You should probably turn off shields and air and stuff to get it finished. Or have prepared some energy storages, at the very least. So where did those bricks get dropped? Oh, here they come. Oh no. Oh no, that's a 50% T3 mechs that they're landing next to. Ah, okay. 67% completed and dead. T3 mechs. Dead. T3 mechs. Here come the Loyas to defend. The T3 mechs is dead. How about this T3 mechs? Another one? Another one. 5,200 mass killed. 67% T3 mechs. And 3 fully finished T3 mechs go down. Oh, that is disgustingly brutal. And now there's bricks right outside his base at the same time. And he only has a few loyalists to defend. I mean, this army from Paralon is a bit scary. He can't really push in here. But it's quite scary that this is right next door to his base. 7 bricks here versus... Well, okay, now he has 20 loyalists. Now that they've come out of the base. So, yeah, he definitely shouldn't be moving in here anyway. But all these T2 mechs at the front are not defensible at this point. Meanwhile, the bottom side, 28 Loyas. Paralon has how many units to defend? Very few. Okay, he's got the hives making bricks at least. But he has no support factory, I think. And most of his mass is going into T3 mechs now. It seems, because he's just added a couple more recently. But again, full Loyas. Okay, there's actually a few Loyas in this group as well, which is nice, but... Imagine if there was more bricks here instead of Loyalists. It would be a lot scarier. Because bricks are just so good versus them. You know? Now, if he can start getting in range and actually start stunning them, then he would have a chance. But in this pathfinding as well, this is brutal. Just getting forced into a single file around this position. And the bricks are just going to turn it into a mass donation very easily. Now the bricks follow because they know they're in a good position to just fight. Also, no vision. Random scouts are the only thing that can provide vision, and so the Loyas run directly into all of the T1 land. Bricks following, and this is going to turn into... It's just all a mass donation. On the top side, another fight. Look at all the dead Loyas. And it's not Paralon that had all the loyalists. It's Esperanto. This army is so much better than this. Like, Paralon just needs to micro properly. Why can't Salem's walk on land? There's a toggle. Press the button and then they'll walk on land. Esperanto's replaced his T3 mexes fully now, all the ones that died. And he has nice storages and stuff in the bottom. And finally he's making bricks. Took him that long. The toggle button, it's where all the other buttons are, you know, down here somewhere. Like where OC would be, or you know, stealth toggle or shield toggle or any of those things. So Paralon with 4 T3 mexes right now. Doesn't seem to be making a 5th one. He's got, oh no, he is up here in this corner. He's got full storage here. Oh no, well, almost full storage. And he's got quite a few mexes out in the map actually. T2 mexes here have gone down as well, by the way. That's a Mantis with 1280 mass killed, by the way. Just want to point that out. No! No! Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it just died. 1280 mass. Paralon recycling some T1 power there. T3 air, anyone? Anyone for some T3 air? No? Okay, Esperanto, finally. That's Ras for Paralon. He has 2 pigeons, and he's going T3 air as well. He's going to be later. Both of them are quite late to T3 air, and they don't have SAMs that I can see. No, that's T2 flak. It's just a constant fight here, and I don't know who's actually getting the better of it. Esperanto has 50k more mass in total, but doesn't really look to be in that much better position. He certainly has more economy, or should do. In terms of units, that's a lot of units. Almost 50k in T3 land versus almost 40k, so I don't know why there's still so many Mantis around. But there are. But yeah, Esperanto is in a better position for sure. But Paralon is not that far away. And he's also increasing his economy. 2 T3 mexes over here. You really got to make a SAM to defend yourself, because if some T3 gunships arrive, they're going to chew through all of those mexes immediately. There's no flak or anything there. Actually, instead of T3 air, just gonna drop a couple of bricks, the counter drop. Esperanto is just taking cues from his opponent's moves. A drop absolutely destroyed him earlier on, so he's like, wait, I too can drop units. Oh, look at this battle. Once again, bricks are just better in a 1 vs 1 fight, or in a straight up fight. The bricks are better, but this, yeah, maybe he could win this fight though, because he does have quite a few bricks of his own. If he uses his units properly, if he starts using the charge ability where he sends them in, gets a really long stun on a lot of these bricks, then I think he could easily win this fight. But if he stands here and takes fire from 5 trebuchets at once to all of his most valuable units, then he's probably not going to win the fight. On the top side, Esperanto is just all in on this battle, and it looks like it's a really good fight for him actually. Unfortunately, none of the units are actually attacking the Medusa. But yeah, he's absolutely crushing this fight and can get a ton of reclaim there. Also, this brick has almost a second vet. 3 T2 mexes have gone down. I don't know if any of them are upgrading. Oh, this was T3 as well. That died. The T3 mex went down. So, very painful. And now it looks much worse for Paralon than it did like 2 minutes ago. A brick drop on the way to somewhere. I'm not sure where though. Paralon doesn't either. But yeah, this reclaim field is the most important part of the game right now. 20k mass there. This one is also large, but only half the size. And I think Esperanto will be able to take this game. I don't see how he loses except for a snipe. And he is getting ready to not get sniped with a lot of T1 PDs in his base. Some scouting. How much damage do the trebuchets have? Well, not as much as I thought, actually. But still significant. Oh my god. Please move. How do you sit under this for so long? Now he's gonna make a move by sending in the units. Oh. Well, you know, I said this game was kind of over, but that's extremely good. I mean, this army is large and dangerous, and this is a nice reclaim field now. A lot of these bricks are damaged, so they're not so scary. But can he overcome this much production? Probably not, now that I think about it. He is mass stalling, so it's not fully active, but it is still quite a lot of production. And Esperanto has air control. 19 versus 21. It's very even, actually. Another T3 mech goes down. And the bricks are just going to back away. There are, what, 2, 3, 6 bricks here to defend, so he doesn't want to send them all in to possibly die. No, I take it back. He does want to send them in a very bad formation. He changed his mind, and he shouldn't have. He decided to walk away, allow 5 more PDs get built, and then walk in and suicide them. Now he's changed his mind again after losing 2 more bricks. Oh no, this one got away. Well, anyway, still looks very bad for Paralon. I think he really needs to, if he could win air and start using gunships, maybe he could like kill these factories, could ground fire a couple strats between here, kill the support production. Not sure. If you look at how many bricks he has though, 50k mass in bricks versus 33k mass in bricks. So many trebuchets though. Way too many, I would say, because they're so vulnerable. These Corsairs should be heading for the trebs, I'd say. What's up, Trenair? Yeah, there's a holiday tournament on the, what's that, 27th? Is that Sunday? The 27th, or... Yes. Yeah, go check it out. Should be a fun tournament. There hasn't been a tournament for lower rated guys for a long time, so hopefully if there is a lot of, hopefully there should be some good numbers, and then that will encourage more people to run more of those tournaments, because that was kind of the problem. They used to happen, and then maybe sometimes there weren't enough players, and then people kind of lose interest in hosting them because of that. I cannot believe this fight. No, don't walk away. No. He's crushing with this fight. He's absolutely crushing with this fight, and then he retreats the bricks, and he has so many trebuchets. They're dying for no reason to all of these bricks that should already be dead. Oh. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trebuchets just got killed for literally no reason. All of these bricks were in the perfect position. There's more bricks here than there were there. And then he just like retreats away, allows them all to die, and walks back in, and Esperanto gets away with all the bricks somehow. Oh my god, that's one of the worst moves I've ever seen. And that's a dead AC. No, that's 2 deads. That's 2 dead SCUs. Paralon is making combat ACUs, and he just lost 2 of them in a transport. And now after losing all 11 trebuchets, he then walks into the base of those bricks that were retreating for no reason. And in the top corner, the Esperanto walks over. His expansion slightly sooner, and with a few more bricks. Corsairs coming in. T3 Max is going to go down. Wow, that PD can actually shoot down there. That's kind of nice. I'm surprised. There's also a Sam here. Okay, where are the boys? Air fight. Paralon's winning. Paralon's better micro. He has lost a lot of stuff to Corsairs already, though, I think. Need a radar. Oh, the stun is so brutal on these SCUs. Look at that. Unfortunately, they don't have nano. They're not the advanced combatants. So he's making this one, which is cheaper. Then the Rambo one is 6k mass, so it's a lot more expensive, but you get nano as well. So these ones are much, much squishier. Well, I gotta figure out how to do that. Or you need to get Keyser to do it. Farms, or figure it out yourself, maybe. By the way, Esperanto a long time ago built a nuke, or at least had one queued up, and it's actually almost loaded now. He's been using the hives on it. And Paralon is not loaded. He's actually not that close to loading either, and his hives aren't assisting him for some reason. So it looks like Paralon will get nuked and that'll be the end of the game. He'd still see it on radar, but there's no attempt to snipe it, it seems. Just pour brick in the crater. It's such a big crater as well. Farms put in slightly more effort than you, Nexus. Into balance. And without this SMD loaded, the game is surely going to end. Paralon's going to drop away with the commander at least. He's going to escape with that. But more or less everything else is going to die. Actually, 2 P-Gens, Air Factory HQ, and the Quantum Gateway survive, which is ridiculous. Now, the SMD does not survive, which is quite crucial. But, probably could have placed that better. But still, Paralon says GG. And calls the game. I like the idea of going for the SCUs, to be honest. Maybe, like, I don't know, maybe he should have gone for him sooner, maybe, I mean, yeah, he could have defended, he could have got the nuke loaded, that's for sure, but certainly he was behind for the majority of the game, and it just went on for a long time because of a lot of questionable fighting, a lot of questionable battles. Interesting game though, if a little painful at times. Also, Paralon says there was an air fight when he sent the bricks. Fair enough, but still, we had to watch that. You at least didn't have to watch it. You got lucky. You got lucky there. Okay, so what's the score here? Paralon won the first one, Esperanto won the second, Esperanto won the third, so it's 2-1 to Esperanto at this point. Let's continue this epic series. Thomas getting roasted for no reason. He's not even here. You guys are shitting on each other, and then suddenly you just shit on Thomas. Yeah, I think the SCU play is good because the SCUs should just crush T3 land. Honestly, I think they're quite powerful if used correctly. Don't know what this is. Firing on with the lab. Let's see Esperanto's build here. First engineer Hydro, next engineer over here. Doesn't take this reclaim. A lot of factories planned, so yeah, this is a prepped build order for sure. 4 engineers, scout, tank. And he's gonna catch that. You can see both of them protecting this area, which is where people send labs because of the way Paralon's doing his build, where he goes this way. Esperanto doesn't do that because he knows that's what people do. You recognize this build? Is this your build, Nexus? Or is this tagged as, or what? So, again, nice formation of P-gens. And more factories coming up. We got, what, 4 land factories now versus 3 and a bit. So, looks good from Esperanto. This is exactly my build, says Nexus. Good. This is the best way to BO-hor. You take someone else's build and you just copy it if it's good. And then you don't have to waste hours of your life. Seems like a pretty good build, to be fair. I mean, look at Paralons. Yeah, 5.2 KMAS versus 6.5. This many factories. Can he actually build out of all of these? Oh, he needs reclaim. But yeah, he's not getting enough reclaim, I guess. Well, kind of is actually. Just about. There's some stalling. But look at how many factories he has. 3, 6, 8 factories. 3, 6. 6 factories. Oh, well, he has 1 extra over here as well, actually. This engineer will go down. Esperanto quite a bit slower to the right side compared to Paralon here. I like how he walks over to the side, so if engineers or if units just run up this way, then they won't necessarily see or automatically kill the engineer. Always annoying to have to deal with units that get into this area and having to send them away from the rest of the map to stop the raid, but it will be stopped. You might kill this mechs, you might not. You actually won't, because the units will retarget to the units, so the mech survives. What's up, Oscar? Oh, they're speaking about the impact of reclaim in the last game. Thanks for the translation. No, I don't think you'll see Nomads on ladder in the near future at all. Maybe in a few years' time. But that's about... Probably not, though. I would say. At a guess, probably not. And certainly not soon. So Parallon just adding more factories. It's kind of... The game's kind of evened out now. This is not looking that healthy. These two Mantis have done so much damage somehow. But kind of bad down here as well for Parallon. But where's his ACU? Here he is. He's got the Hydro, much faster than Esperanto. Usually you want to be rushing this straight away. Pros don't like it? No, it's just like it's not up to the standard, basically. KD is very similar. Parallon's a bit ahead. I don't think it's even about balance, although balance is a factor, but I think it's just not up to the standard of Forged Alliance, you know. Although Forged Alliance Forever is a mod, basically. Adding a whole faction to the base game is a major difference. Major difference. And yes, every unit has to be some special snowflake unit that has 4 different special features that's never before seen in another faction, or basically steals another faction's ideas, or you know, it's a mod basically. So there's no reason to add it to the base game. Basically, is what I'm saying. In my view. Without tons more work and polish and reworking tons of units. D2 land is up for Esperanto. Parallon with tons of Mantis. And a huge Mastol. My goodness. This Mastol is brutal. There's still a lot of reclaim to grab. He's done pretty well grabbing the reclaim on his side. But he's got a lot more to take. And I'm wondering if he can do any damage. He should be, you know, fairly confident with his commander here. Okay, he's a bit afraid. I guess he doesn't have vision. But he shouldn't be too scared. And now there's a PD up. Oh, man. This power stall is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, he's way too little power. Complete mirror? No, I don't think so. I mean, Esperanto now has T2 lands. There's no T2 land from Parallon. In terms of how they expand and stuff, it's very similar. That's true. But oh my god. 540 power. You probably want more than that if you want to make a T2 P-Gen in 10 minutes, to be honest. You really forgot to build P-Gens. He also still never has this Hydro, which is painful. Never has this Hydro either, so... And never has this one. That's 300 power on the map that he probably should have already, but doesn't. And now he's getting Shift G'd by Parallon. That's a lot of Mantis. Parallon is so ballsy to do this right in range of a PD, but he is actually targeting the PD now, which is a really good move, actually. Esperanto has finished his P-Gen, but he has no storage, so he can't overcharge. So this Shift G is doing brutal damage. There's also no Zuis, and I think Esperanto's gonna die. Pretty sure. Finally an overcharge arrives. Does massive damage, but it's too late. Oh, Parallon also bringing the commander to make sure of it. Ouch. Oh, meanwhile, this whole expansion is dead. Cool. Wow, that's a lot of factories. What the spam boy indeed. Yeah, Pepsi is just easier to say than SB. That's the whole point of a nickname, really. So it makes perfect sense to me. Right. That's 2-2. It's a Mosey. No, maybe it's Tixie, TZ. It might have been. Or Mountain. No, he wasn't originally named Pepsi. He's Esperanto. Okay. The score is 2-2. This is the deciding map. Serenity Desert Small. Why is this map in the tournament? I have no idea. Perhaps FTX can enlighten us on his reasoning for putting a map and several other maps that I've never played before in the map pool. FTX? Thoughts? Okay, so let's see what the Rust boys do. Parallon thought it's gonna be the 10x10 version. Damn, Parallon. That is sad that you didn't actually know what you're getting into in a major tournament. Interesting, that. Right. 2 labs. He's gonna walk through the trees. Esperanto, not taking the trees either. Good accuracy from the Celine there. Many shots landed. And the engineers have to run away. Yeah, this looks... Yeah, Parallon is quickly realizing that this is a 10x10 map. Or a 5x5 map, sorry, instead of 10x10. And this is not a good situation to find yourself in. 1 minute into a map. In the deciding game of the round of 8 of LotS 2020. 1 lab can easily deal with 2 Celines. Is it being a good map the most relevant point in this scenario? Is my contention. Also, yeah, BO is so important on this map that it's kind of disgusting. So, Hydro. Yeah, same Nexus. Like, there was this one. There was Alhaven. The what was that? The other 5x5 one? Hard Shield Oasis. Never played that. That's 3. What else? Oh yeah, Drunken Sailor's Dance in 1v1. Never played that. That's 4. And anything else? Is there a 5th one? There might have been a 5th one I haven't played, but that's 4 out of 15. We're almost at a third of the whole pool. Festi I've played 5 times probably. maybe 5 times. Alright, so Paralon's got no air. He's got, what, 4 land factories, making his 5th. Esperanto's in much the same scenario all the way. Well, he's kind of almost 1 factory ahead at this point. Faster expansion, at least in this direction. Nothing headed this way yet. Yeah, Swackle's around to crush people these days. But now he's playing Aeon only, which is what I told Tex to do. And it's working out for Swackle. T2 land. Okay, ballsy. Very ballsy to go so quickly to T2 land here, especially when... Yeah, I mean, there's so much resources around the map to be taken. And ACU heading top, I don't even think that's necessarily a terrible idea. But we'll see how vulnerable he is at the bottom. This is going to be a nice fight. Definitely want to walk into this one. No, don't walk away. This is one of the big things I see a lot of people do. Like, they walk away from good fights because they're like, oh, I need to kite. It's like, no, 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 no. You have a good fight, and you... Maybe you start by kiting, but then you just walk into it, and you don't let any units get away. Or let as few as possible get away. T2 land almost finished. It's pretty ballsy strategy. Yeah, kiting, because like if he's running 6 units into your 6 units, then you don't want all of his units to get into range of you. So you kite away so you're still fighting 1 or 2 at a time, and then you run in once you have bigger numbers. Well, they had like equal numbers, but a bad formation. Anyway, I hate these arguments. So I'm going to stop. Yeah, looks like Paralon's losing tons of things to T on land. The ACU is kind of walking right into the base. It's getting the whole top side for free now. Paralon, I think, is just dead. He's lost way too much. And the first Ilshi gets OC'd immediately. No, he's making T2, and Paralon thought he was playing the 10x10 version of the map when he was gating into this thing. So not really the best scenario. Now the only hope is that Paralon can actually get the kill on the commander. But almost every unit is here with Esperanto, which is crucial. Again, Paralon did not even realize that this is the 5x5 version of the map. He did not plan to make T2 land immediately long before this game started. Andrew. Yes, it is. Paralon with way more HP. He should just continue walking. I think you just don't let him get out of range of your commander here. Get back in range and don't stop. You have to kill him now, in my opinion. Like, the rest of the map is gone. But he keeps letting him get out of range when he has less than 6k HP. Why? Do not stop walking. Do not stop walking, and do not retreat with your units. God damn. Well, there's the game over then. Disappointing. GG. Yudi, go fuck yourself. Gun for Esperanto. And this should be game over. Nice hoplites versus the Ilshis. Way more mass for Esperanto. And Parlon's trying, but he's not gonna last. Oh, the stuns on those Ilshis as well. Look, they're so beefy. So many of them are still alive. It's pretty impressive. And now he has no units left. He calls GG and quits the game. Esperanto wins in the round of 8. Three to 2 against Parlon. Yeah, not the best decider match, but Parlon did his best there. Well, maybe not his best. He did alright, kept going. Esperanto's in the semis. And what should we do now? Yeah, I agree. The Esperanto versus Turbo series was much better than the final, obviously. I mean, I think most series were better than the final, sadly. Jag versus UD on this map. Nah, bad map. I agree, Esperanto games are good. Nobody's searching ladder at the minute. I think. Nope, doesn't look like it. Maybe we'll play one game before we log off. Close the stream. Good night, Kurtza. Texas playing, is he? Who's Tex playing against? Against Swackle. Where's Swackle on the ladder now? Top 20. His chart is kind of broken. It only shows him in like July. But he is over 2,000 rated now, apparently. Blast will play. Nice. Give all your rating to Swackle, Thomas. What the hell? That was my rating that I gave to you. You're not supposed to give it away. Yudi will play. I don't know why Yudi is throwing shade for no reason. Maybe it's just for the crack. Fair enough. That's why I do it usually. Just for the crack. Right, when does the queue pop? Because I'm using Python. 2v2 says Nexus. Well, we already were told we're getting a game, so... Although I don't see one coming in. I don't see anyone searching. Well, I'm not sure if I do. Maybe we'll play 2v2 then. Oh, we got a game. We got a game. 1v2. Show us the proper ditch. What does that mean? We watched 3 ditch cams today. So there's plenty of ditch there in this VOD. Oh, this map. I don't like this map. Kind of fine with Aeon though. Although we are against Seraphim, so it's not so great. Three out of 4 already. Who's in your game? Probably Farms. Who else? Oh no, not Farms. Yudi and Thao. Ugh, excuse me. Should be getting trees and stuff, I guess. That's why I'm stalling so much. Oh, wasted those. You got this reclaim. And we have nothing to defend over here. Because our PD is not done. Fuck, it's not gonna finish. Oh, that's brutal. The fuck? Oh, really like this? What the fuck? Okay. Do I just get to kill this? It's a bit crazy. I'm playing this very poorly. You probably have noticed. PDs. Where are those units coming from? Oh, that's a lot of fucking Ilshis have arrived. No.
Commander under attack.
Are we losing here? Fuck. Such bad micro. Okay, it's time to leave. We actually lost the T2 mix, of course. There's all my flags. Do I have a T2 NG? No. I do. What the fuck? Nice. God damn it, I know I told them to build that fucking P-gen. I know I did. But they didn't. He has the gun. Bit risky here. Okay. Are you I like? That's good. Not sure what to do here. Kind of wanted to go T3 land, and then I decided not to. Please. Haha. That's what a real victory looks like. Hmm. He's just death pushing, I guess. Okay. Oh, it's issues here. What was that notification? Oof, no radar. We have so much power. And we're walking forward. Jesus. That's not right. Not really sure what's happening in this match at this point. We should be doing well, but it also feels like we're not doing that well. Maybe it's T3 land is what we need. Oh no. Fuck. Oh, that's really bad. She lost all the good ships. God damn it. Oh, I moved Shift G to Shift H actually. Because I have G as upgrade, so it kind of fucked me up. Oh my god. Oh no. No, no, no. Great fight there. That was absolutely brutal though. Oh, we have Chrono. Does he have nano? He might have nano. Come on, move. You got a vet. Caps. You really mean caps there. Where's my notifications gone? Oh yeah, it's showing me Twitch. That's why it's not on. Mosey, can't you be salty when you lose your own games and not be salty on behalf of other people? It's unhealthy. Phew. Yeah, Chrono is pretty good, though, to be fair. But he should have expected to get it, to be honest. But yes, it's fucking strong. These guys are reclaiming because they're on attack move. Well, that was a dramatic end, anyway. Oh, really? Wait, what? It must have been maybe just the Aurora was in the way, was it? I don't think anything else can do that. Or did you just miss target? You're going for Aurora actively? What the fuck with autos? That's... Well, that's obviously not supposed to happen. I hadn't heard about that before. Okay. What was I gonna check? I was gonna check the notification that I got, because I think it was might be a membership. Yeah, Zephyra renewed his membership. Good stuff. Thanks, Zephyra. I don't know if he's online. I think it might do it automatically. I haven't seen him in the chat, so but thank you if he's watching it back. Yeah, probably just ended there. That was over 3 hours. We covered quite a lot of the tournament. So yeah, thanks for the game, Blast. GG's, and see you next time, guys. Have a good one.